Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all the ships at sea. Welcome to...
There's a hollow down in West Virginia where the coal don't shine no more. Just a rusted rail and a shuttered store and a lock on every door. He's a white boy with his daddy's name, but that name don't carry far. Just a stack of bills and a broke down truck and a dream stuck in the yard. He said, I've been swinging at the daylight, it don't swing back at me. Every dollar got a shadow, every shadow got a fate. And the preacher talks of heaven like it's something you can earn, but I'm just trying to keep the lights on with a lesson I can't learn. It's the same way, different road, same ache in the bone, same night coming down when you're feeling alone. You can draw your lines in the dirt, say who's right, who's wrong, but a hungry man don't care what side he's on. Yeah, the world might split us up, say we don't belong, but the hurt don't know what color when it's hanging on. Kansas City, there's a man punching time till his hands go numb. Got 2 jobs and a tired soul, still the rent ain't done. He's a black man with a back bowed low from carrying too much strain. Every hour's bought and sold, but he's still standing in the rain. He said, boss man talks like I'm lucky just to breathe this air, but luck don't fill a stomach and it don't answer prayers. And I see folks pointing fingers about who to blame. A fight I ain't seen none of them help me make it through the night. It's the same way, different road, same ache in the bone, same night coming down when you're feeling alone. You can draw your lines in the dirt, say who's right, who's wrong, but a hungry man don't care what side he's on. Yeah, the world might split us up, say we don't belong, but the hurt don't know what color when it's hanging on. And they'll sell you anger cheap, put a name on your pain, say it's somebody's fault just to keep you in chains. But a chain is a chain with a gold rush to blame, and a break feels the same when you're calling out a name. One's looking at the mountains, one's looking at the street, but they're staring at the same truth about the cost of trying to eat. Different kinds of silence, same kind of despair. Both know what it's like when nobody seems to care. If they ever crossed a path on some worn-out road, they trade a look that says what ain't never been told. Ain't no need for words when the truth cuts through. I see my life a little clearer when I'm looking at you. It's the same way, different road, same ache in the bone, same night coming down when you're feeling alone. You can draw your lines in the dirt, say who's right, who's wrong, but a broken heart don't care what side he's on. Yeah, the world might split us up, try to prove us wrong, but the hurt don't know what color when it's hanging our souls are just chasing the same dream.
I just wanted to play that this morning. So I know I wanted to talk about autism today, and I very well may talk about it next week. But, oh, shit, it's my oldest son's birthday today. I don't have contact with my kids, and I'm mad at myself for not being a smarter, better mom and steer them from being MAGA. That is what I wanted to talk about today. I will never forget that, can we not? I know. First off, thank you all. Let me start right there. Thank you, every one of you. Let me start right there. Before I even get anything done, before I even go any further, first, last, and always, thank you for being here. And I mean that from the deepest parts of my soul. Thank you. You guys could have done anything else. Anything else. Y'all decided to be here. And for that, you will have my eternal gratefulness. Like I said, I was going to talk about autism today, but a video that somebody stitched came across my feed this morning on TikTok. And that completely changed exactly what I wanted to talk about. So before I begin, let me give y'all, we're going to start a new Truthful Thursday way of starting this show. Let me go ahead and start like this. First and foremost, so that you don't forget who the hell you are, I greet you with the universal greeting of the coffee beans. Bow your heads, please.
How you doing? I woke up. Everybody else, because I woke up. That's how I look at it. You all had a chance until I woke up. Today's mine. That's just what it is.
The world could have been fixed until the coffee beans got up. Now we can take care of it. Now we taking care of it. Now we taking care of it. My name is Thomas Bishop. I am known as the villain. My title and designation is the Brewers, the Little of the Villains Guild, a proud member of the Outcast Nation. This is a Truthful Thursday episode of The Sound of Coffee on Ghost Law Productions Radio, GCPR, where every voice matters. So let me find this video. Because I think y'all really need, y'all don't need to hear that.
Fake money,
Y'all
fake
don't need to hear that either. I'm not trying to get no damn, whatchamacallit, you know what I mean? So, it's bricked. Right now, a lot of you are struggling to pay bills. A lot of you are struggling to put food on the table. A lot of you are struggling to work a job that doesn't pay you. You know, just doesn't. While these things are going on, this is the President of the United States. This is what he is saying to you. Take a listen.
Their taxes, but they should pay for it because the United States can't take care of daycare. That has to be up to a state. We can't take care of daycare. We're a big country. We have 50 states. We have all these other people. We're fighting wars. We can't take care of daycare. You got to let a state take care of daycare, and they should pay for it too. They should pay. They have to raise their taxes, but they should pay for it. And we could lower our taxes a little bit to them to make up, but it's not possible for us to take care of daycare. Medicaid, Medicare, all these individual things, they can do it on a state basis. You can't do it on a federal. We have to take care of one thing, military protection.
Now, under any other normal circumstance,
that would get a person kicked out of, you know what I mean? Like no American president would say that to its people. No American president would say that to his people. Not without being impeached. Like smooth impeached. But the president of the United States, Donald Trump, can say it, and nobody bats an eye. And the American military industrial complex keeps rolling along. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say something out loud. I know you all think it, but I'm being dead ass honest about it when I say it. You cannot call yourself a good country. You cannot call yourself a great nation and not take care of its citizens. I said, what the F? I said. No man who beats on his wife, beats on his kids, abuses his dog, cheats every chance he gets, disrespects his parents, disrespects his family. No man can say they have a good home if they're doing all of that. Sorry. I'm not the greatest husband on earth, but I've never put my hands on my wife. I'm not the greatest father on earth, but I've never, ever, ever abused my children. I haven't. No country can call itself the greatest in the world if the citizens are not taken care of. It's that simple. It's that simple. Right now, amongst our coffee bean family, we have several people who have medical issues. Several of them. And I know for a fact that every one of them that have those issues wish they could get them taken care of by our government. Morning, Mary. They cannot. Because as the President of the United States just said, we can't afford Medicaid, but we can damn sure afford bombs. We can afford bombs, though. No country can call itself the greatest in the world if it does not take care of its citizens. Can't. And it is the fact that this man is saying this to our face that pisses me off, which is what the topic of this show is this morning. I know you're tired. I know you are. I know right now some of y'all are working jobs that you hate to make bullshit money, to have it all, watch it all literally go from your pocket to a bill someplace. Some of you are on government assistance. Some of you are on government assistance. Now, it's not that you are lazy or want to work all, or, want to take off of the government teat. It's the fact that you've paid into this shit and you need it now. We have a federal government that will tell you in a heartbeat, no, you can't afford it. We can't afford to take care of you after you've taken care of this country. It's bullshit. It is bullshit. Now, I will link autism into this by using the example of my daughter. I have spoken extensively about my youngest child. I have. When I say she is literally the purest soul I have ever known in my life, I mean every single syllable of that phrase. The purest soul I have ever known in my life. I sometimes look at her and wonder, how in the hell did I end up with this child? With this child. With as much screwing and jumping out of windows and lying and cheating that I've done. The universe or Rao or whatever you want to call it saw fit to give me a human being that I don't have the words for. And I have a goddamn communications degree. The purest human being I have ever met. But my daughter is special needs. And she will be special needs until the day she dies. I live in a society now. Hold on. Annabelle with the $5 super chat.
Donations, gifts.
We are all whores and the government is the pimp. They take their cut before we see one penny, which is true. That's an absolute truism. My daughter will need to be taken care of for the rest of her life. And I live in a country that does not even look at her as a productive member of society because she isn't pushing out kids and she isn't working. So screw her, right? Right. I know you're tired. I know you are. I feel it because I too am tired. I spent my life working for the military industrial complex. Everything that you see here sits outside of a house. I have that house because of a veteran status. Disabled, permanently disabled American veteran. I am a veteran of the wars that America gets itself into for profit. I don't try to lie about that. I am. I went to Afghanistan where we were told that the masterminds of 9/11 resided. And men and women just like myself got on planes and flew and fought in America's wars. But the poppy fields were the only thing that really mattered because poppy fields make poppy plants. Poppy plants bring opium into the world, which is then turned into opiates like OxyContin and hydrocodone, which is then addicting to people in the United States. And when they need rehab for these addictions, after getting them prescribed to them by doctors, the federal government says, hey, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Make that shit make sense. You create something that addicts millions of people, and then you tell them go F themselves when it comes time for help. This is the Americana that they love talking about all over the world. This is not good. There's nothing good about that. That's how it is here with our daughter that has autism. When the government needs money, one of the first things they get here is the funds for that. Think about that. Think of that. Think of that. Just, I want you to truly think about that for just a second. We go to war for 20 years. Men and women are broken in those wars. They come home and they get a mortgage, a parade, if they're lucky, a pat on the head, and a kick in the ass. I know you're tired. Listen, I know you are tired. You are working someplace right now, or you're waiting for government assistance right now to take care of your needs, which is what they should do in the first place. Thomas, America doesn't take care of their wounded warriors because they never expected you to come back. Exactly. There's no glory in coming back, but there's a hell of a lot of glory in dying. Now, ain't it? I'm going to do something I'm pretty sure I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, boy. All right. I probably shouldn't do this. I'm sure I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it anyway because I don't see how this would be a problem, but we will find out in 3, 2, 1. Hi, TikTok. How the hell are you? Guy's still here. It's still me. But I'm talking about something that I think is really, really important. And I figure TikTok might as well be involved in it. We as American citizens, have been fed lie after lie after lie after lie about the greatness of this country. The problem with those lies is they don't hold up to anything. They never have, and they never will. They don't hold up. Chris Lotus, you know, it makes total sense this country doesn't care about mental health, especially seeing as ways practically designed to pulverize the mental health of its citizens. It is. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you something about our current administration. They are here to test pain points. They are here to test pain points. That's what they're here for. Do you think the Heritage Foundation gives a shit about you? It doesn't. Revolutionary Robot, good morning. Good morning. Do you think the Heritage Foundation put Project 2025 in place because they care about you? No, they don't. They don't. They never have and they never will. Do you know why I can say that with full confidence? Because if they gave a shit about you, there'd be more money for feeding the poor and less money for wars. Love you, Nana. It is groups like the Heritage Foundation and the Cato Institute and things of that nature that are trying to find the maximum way for you to work without any money involved. They want you to work yourself to death. That's why I played that song, because the game has been played on all of us. All of us, myself included. The game has been played on all of us. They tell you about a dream, an American dream. That is a lie. There. Might hurt, but it's true. I need to tell you this. It's honest. It is a lie. The American dream is a lie. But the lie has been told to different demographics in different ways. If you are a Caucasian man in America, you have been lied to. You continue to believe that lie because the truth hurts way too much. And the truth is this: you were fed a bill of goods to keep you working. You were on a hamster wheel that you don't want to acknowledge. You should. Jack's Mom, that is a song I created. I wrote the lyrics for it. And I used Sono and created that song. So that's my song. I was thinking about making a Honey Sauce, the Sono Sessions folk or country, whatever. So that's where it came from. But that's mine. How many of these hardworking white men have fathers that worked so hard that they died, and their grandfathers worked so hard that they died, and their great-grandfathers worked so hard that they died? It's the same process. But they told you that you were working this hard because other people weren't. Blacks weren't. Mexicans weren't. Women weren't. Gay folks weren't. You felt like the world was on your shoulders because they told you it was on your shoulders. And that lie sustained you until you died. And in the process of it sustaining you, you taught your sons the same shit. A perpetual movement of workers. A complete perpetual movement of work. You turned your sons into hamsters on the same hamster wheel. You sat there, you told them that that's what men do. Not love, not cry, not go to the doctor, not enjoy family life, not enjoy the fruits of said labor. No. Men work. And if you don't work, or you're working really hard so that the blacks can have welfare and the Mexicans can have Medicaid for free. That word for free, that got you. That got you. That's the word that got you. That's the one. That's the one that got you. For free. You think these people are getting things for free, for free. We got enough money to go to war at any moment. What the hell is wrong with giving some people some free food? Can somebody finally answer that for me? Can somebody finally answer that question for me? If we've got enough money to send munitions around the world so that other kids can get blown up, can you explain to me what's wrong with giving somebody some free food? You know, when I was younger, you know, when we would get shit like McDonald's or something like that, when all the bills were paid. We didn't get it before. We always got it after. In my house, when the rent's paid, the lights are paid, and internet and stuff like that is paid, yeah, we'll buy some Domino's, or my wife will make nachos. Why is that a problem? Why? We got enough money to send bombs all over the world, but a free sandwich for a hungry person? What's in the budget? What's in the budget? What's in the budget? What are you talking about? There's enough money for that. There's enough money for that. Here's the thing, though. Nothing has ever been for free for minority groups. And you know what, Magpie? I'm going to get to that in a second. Hellhound, good morning, brother. How you doing? Here's the other thing that we all need to remember when these conversations are being had. Which one is a necessity? Death or food? Which one is a necessity? Water or war? Which one's a necessity? Everybody needs water. Everybody and their grandmother needs water. We don't need a bomb. Nobody has ever asked for nor needed a goddamn bomb. No one. Dredd says they convince these people to be angry at a single mother for needing food stamps, but not be angry at the system that keeps people dependent on food stamps. Exactly. And mind you, food stamps takes care of everybody. Hellhound, I'm alive is about as good as I need to get it. Food stamps take care of everybody. You understand that? A farmer that grows their food sends it off to market. They make a profit from that food. Someone uses food stamps to buy that food. Well, when you're not buying food with food stamps, you can spend it on other things. Oh, look, I've got all the food I need because I've got food stamps. Hey, you know what I'd like to have? Maybe some hair, maybe some shampoo, maybe some deodorant. Ooh, I can put more gas in my car. Exactly. Thank you, Infernal. For every $1 in stamps, there's $1.50 that goes back, $1.50 that goes back into the economy. Thomas, remember as a child, you knew you had to choose between something you wanted or to do something you had to do. Be honest. Which would you prefer? Probably not what had to be done. Exactly. If given the opportunity, and this is the problem that I have with the United States. If given the opportunity, the United States will never do the right thing. I got to go with burger, Hellhound. I got to go with burger. Pizza, I'll eat it, but if given the opportunity, the United States will never do the right thing. It will always do the easy thing. And doing the easy thing is what got us here in the first place. That's what got us here in the first place. Doing the easy thing. Good morning, devil. The easy thing is always more preferable in the United States than doing the right thing. The right thing is hard. The right thing requires sacrifices for some people who are way too comfortable with the opulence that they have not, I won't even say richly earned, so the opulence that has been brought to them by other people. How is it that we can talk about Jeff Bezos and his riches, but we can't talk about one Amazon worker? Who do you think made him that money? Who do you think made him that money? And the federal government looked at this, the workers that made the money and the man that spent it, and said, hey, you know what? Let's give all the breaks to the guy who spent the money. Dred, listen, Dred, I love you. As long as you hear, Dred, I love you. You know that. We celebrate the opulence rather than celebrating the workers that made said opulence. And day after day after day, we watch as our fellow working class citizens attack each other. And my problem will always come down to this. Why is there always money to kill, which is not a necessity, but feed, clothe, and house? We can't do it. Our president of the United States literally sat in front of a camera and a microphone where people can see and hear him and said, we can't afford daycare. We can't afford the war that we're currently in, but we're doing it. What is this? Exactly, Top City. Tupac said it best. We got monies for wars, but can't feed the poor. And I know every one of you knows somebody who is vulnerable. I know you know somebody, whether it's a child, a teenager, an adult, an elderly person. I know every single one of y'all know somebody who is in the situation where they depend on the things that the government can give them. And they're villainized. I don't know if you've seen it, but there's someone on TikTok calling the Villains Guild a cult. Yeah, Harley, I saw that and I don't care. Harley, no disrespect, and I'm not mad at you for this. Let me go ahead and address this one time. If it was a cult, there would be an apostrophe before the S. There is no apostrophe. I don't know how else to explain it. There. That's like when we talk about the Outcast Nation, there is no apostrophe after the S. Or after, yeah. No, they are organizations. They are organizations, both of them. You ain't got to like us. I don't really care. That's the point of us being the Villains Guild. But if this was simply a cult surrounded by me, there would be an apostrophe before the S. It isn't. I don't own the guild. I'm a founding member of it, but I do not own it. It is bigger than me now. It is bigger than me now. Like, what did that man say? It's above me now. The guild is self-sustaining. If I'm gone, it really doesn't matter. The guild will stay in place. I don't care if you like it or not. Who gives a shit? You want to call it a cult? Fine. Put the apostrophe before the S. But as long as my black ass is here and my ass points to the ground, the guild is not a cult. The guild is an organization. You might not like us. That's the whole point of the guild in the first place. The more you hate us, the more you realize we're needed. So if you don't like it, don't look. Sorry. What you want me to do? I'm not about to sit here and kiss ass and try to explain this to people over and over. But the guild's been in existence for almost 6 years, and y'all still haven't figured this shit out. If you don't get on some damn word. We got Way to Go is a member of Ghost Claw Productions Radio for exactly 1 month. He says, I encourage everyone to read The Sum of Us by Heather McGee and White Poverty by Reverend William Barber. 2 very approachable reads on this. It's true. Listen, Reverend Barber is one of my favorite people. But I go back to what I was talking about. I know you're tired. I know it. That bone-weary tired. That deep down tired. Y'all ain't got to raise your hands, but I want you to think about the question I'm about to ask. How many of you really honestly think that you will die with things that are not paid and that you will probably end up leaving your family with a lot of debt? Just, you ain't got to say nothing. Don't raise your hand or nothing. Just think about that. How many of y'all think that? How many of you wake up in sweats because of it? How many of you seriously look at your life and say, if I don't get this shit fixed right now, I'm going to leave my loved ones, the people I care about, with debt? Debt. That should not be what you think about in your life. But in America, it is. In America, it is. In America, we love talking about the love of Christ. We just don't like acting like it. You ever notice that shit? You ever notice that? There are some people within the sound of my voice right now that are going through some serious medical issues and have not gone to the hospital for them. You want me to lie? I will not. Right now, there are some of you within the sound of my voice who know for a fact that you have a serious medical issue, but you cannot or will not go to the hospital. And it's not because you think you're better. It's not because you think you're tough. It's because you know damn well you can't afford the medical debt. How do we get there as a society? How do we get there? There are people that have coughing. They are coughing blood right now. There are people whose stomachs have been effed up for 6 months. You can feel things inflamed inside of you. But you won't go to the hospital because you know for a fact the moment you walk in the door, the debt starts. Whatever that bill is going to be astronomical. Give you an example of what I am talking about. Everybody remembers Adriana Smith, the young woman who had blood clots in the brain, but she was pregnant. And she was dead. There's no, we're not about to sit here and pretend like that woman was not dead. She was dead. Dead. And yet she was kept alive. Morning, Janda. She was kept alive using the life support machine so that they could harvest the baby out of her corpse. The child's name is Chance. Has anybody heard any updates about Chance? How about the fact that his father now has custody? The medical bills for Chance are going to be astronomical. We're talking millions of dollars. This child, whether he goes on to have the longest life possible or whether he dies before leaving that hospital, he is already in debt. A child that was harvested from the corpse of his mother already has millions of dollars in debt. Think about that for a second. They saddled this child and his family with all of that. The kid hasn't even left the hospital yet. He hasn't even left the hospital. And he's already in debt. But we got money to blow up Iran. We got money to send more ammo and arms and ammunitions to Israel so that they can blow up people. We got money for Iron Domes, and we got money for battleships and cruisers and shit. But Chance, whether he leaves that hospital or not right now, has racked up 6, 7, and 8-figure debt for simply being harvested from the corpse of his mother. Do you hear that sentence. I want you to literally think about that sentence. His life was already going to be irreparably harmed just by the fact of how he got here. Harvested out of a corpse and has debt. No, Dragon, there's never a worse time. These are the things that we like to talk about around here. Yes, we got jokes. We got a whole soundboard full of jokes. But sometimes, especially on Truthful Thursdays, we like to, you know what I mean? Tell the truth. I know you're tired. I know you're tired. I know it. And it hurts. Thomas, and the hospital will write off his care as a loss to maintain a, quote, nonprofit status, but he will still be expected to pay it. Think about that. He's still going to be expected to pay it. Or his father's going to be expected to pay it. Or his grandmother's going to be expected to pay it. We have doctors that go to school for years to be able to save people. Are they getting a chance to do so? No. Because in the midst of, I'm sick, I need help, I'm a doctor, I can help, the insurance company's in the middle. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What do you mean, wait a minute? Stuff like that makes me horrified that I can still get pregnant. I don't want any of this for my kid or my family. Harley, I don't want it for any of mine. I don't want it for mine. But I go back to why we're here. I go back to why we are here. And he was not named by his mother. He was named by the doctors like an experiment. My heart bleeds for him. Yep. An experiment. But we got money to blow up shit. A country that purports itself to be the greatest country on earth, but has its citizens being named by doctors because they were removed from a corpse that was their mother, but also has time to send an entire carrier group to the Middle East to fight over oil, is not a good country. It's the slap on the wrist for me. It's the slap on the wrist for me. Because there's another aspect of this that everybody needs to remember. There is a two-tier justice system in the United States. I don't care if you think that oh wow, I'm in one tier. No, bitch, you're not. If your ass can't afford high-power lawyers and you ain't got enough money to donate to campaigns for judges to stay on the bench, bitch, you are in tier 2. You are in a country where money equals access. Do you know yesterday the president of the United States got up off his fat ass, got into the Beast, which is the big limo that takes him places, got into the Beast, drove down to the Supreme Court just to show up for oral arguments to get rid of birthright citizenship. Now, I know there's a lot of white men that go, yeah, get rid of them. Do you understand that this country would fall apart if the workforce got halved? I always say, if you're a white supremacist, you can want an all-white country. You just might not want to get said all-white country. Because I'm telling you right now, I'm being so honest with you right now. You might want an all-white country, but you might not want to get said all-white country. You might want to keep that shit to yourself. Do you understand if white supremacists had their way and they got rid of every minority group in this country, this bitch would be a third world country by sundown. A third world country. The profit margin will not allow this country to be an all-white country. Sorry, it won't. This bitch will fall apart. This bitch will be repossessed by Britain by the end of the afternoon. You want me to lie? I'm not going to. Do you want me to lie? Because I'm not going to. Do you understand the reason you can't have this all-white United States utopia? Is because of capitalism. Capitalism. You might have all the racist tendencies you want, but you need us. Because without us, you would be eating mud pies in mud huts. Capitalism keeps you from having an all-white utopia. Do you think these companies that do business here, that depend on the workforce in this place, do you think they're going to let you walk your ass on here with an all-white country and get rid of everybody? Are you out of your goddamn mind? Have you lost your damn mind? Man, listen. Off to work. Can we not? I love you, damn it. Love you, woman. Can you understand that? Please, let me say it in a way that will get some of you supremacist ideas. Have you ever seen when a town dies? When these small towns that y'all love so much, oh, the small towns is where the real America. You ever seen one of those die? Have you? It is not pretty. Your town has a population of like 700 people. That consists of children, young adults, middle-aged people, and old folks. Young people ain't trying to stay in a one-horse town. Sorry. Ain't no money there. There's no life there. They ain't trying to stay there. Especially when they have access to the internet and they get a chance to see all the cool shit that other people are doing in town. So you out of your mind. So as soon as they can get out, they getting out. Well, the middle-aged people, they ain't staying there either. After their kids are gone with it. Hey, let's go move to Boca Raton, Florida. Why not? And the old people die. And the old people die. And the old people die. Morning swords left your face. And they die. So have you ever seen a small town die? Now, put that on a national scale. That's what America would look like. That's what America would look like. That. It would be the death knell of the United States. You may hate multiculturalism. You may hate living in a diverse society, but I'm going to tell you something. You really don't have much of a choice in it, do you? You really do not have much of a choice in it. Because without it, there is no America. It's a collection of states with nobody in them. You do not want them problems. You don't. Thank you. Coal camps scattered all across Appalachia. Coal camps. Capitalism is what keeps you from having this all-white utopia. Capitalism. Ancestral guidance. Good morning. The other thing that I really need you to understand about this country is this. It's designed this way. Everything that y'all see going on from Reagan on has been a repudiation against the New Deal. The one time the President of the United States looked at its citizenry and said, we have to do something. All of it is a repudiation of the New Deal. Yes, there is a huge, fat-ass racist aspect of it. Not going to sit here and pretend like it isn't. There is a very huge, nasty racial aspect to it. Not going to lie. But the other aspect of it is this. It's designed that way. That's why something like the New Deal, when it did happen, was necessary and it shocked the system. What did you get out of the New Deal? Welfare. You got Social Security out of the New Deal. You got government assistance out of the New Deal because we were in a goddamn depression, kids. A depression. How do you can't cut taxes when there is no money coming in to cut. Can't. Sorry. What am I do? You want to get mad? I don't care. If you cut things down to the bone, there's no money coming in. And if there's no money coming in, how can you offer tax cuts? How? How, Sway? All of it is a repudiation of the New Deal. All of it. And ever since then, we have been looking for some semblance of the fact that our government loves us. We know they don't. We understand that. But it's true. We kind of like, hey, what am I getting out of this? What am I getting? I give you my blood, my sweat, my tears. I give you years and years and years and years of my life. My body's broken. My mind is broken. My marriage is broken. My kids are broken. I give you these things. What do you give me? A bald eagle? Don't give a goddamn about that bird. Ooh, a flag. This shit don't mean shit. You're giving me materialistic shit I can't do a goddamn thing with. But you continue to tell me over and over and over and over and over how great this place is and how lucky I am to be here. What do I have? What do I have? They raised the age of enlistment to 42 because nobody was joining. Would you raise your hand? Would you either join or let your kids join the United States military right now? Don't worry, I'll wait. Do not worry, I will wait. Yeah, Sentinel, you and I got to sit down and have a conversation, sir. No, you wouldn't. You know what? Everybody's scared of the draft. You know the people who are scared the most? Rich folk. Because you ain't going to be able to buy yourself out of a war this time, partner. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't give a shit. I'm sorry. You are not about to buy yourself out of a damn draft this time. Ain't going to be no driving your, ain't going to be no, oh, well, I got bone spurs or I got an eye that don't work. Bitch, no. That's why y'all are afraid of a damn draft. Because nobody's joining, kids. Nobody. The institution I spent my life giving all of myself to. My wife will tell you. She was my side chick for 12 years. She was my side chick. The Army was my wife. When they said go, I went. When they said stay, I stayed. When they told me to leave, I left. She was my side chick. My wife was my side chick. And if you've been in the military, your spouse is your side chick. Because you are literally at the behest of the United States military wherever they tell you to go, whenever they tell you to go. But what did we get for it? What did we get for it? Half off at Cracker Barrel? Ooh, first in line at a buffet. Anything tangible? No. No, of course not. Because if we did, we wouldn't have homeless vets. I said what I said. If we got anything tangible out of this shit, we would not have homeless vets. If we got anything tangible out of this shit, we would not have homeless vets. You send these people to war for profit, and they come home broken. And the best you can give them is thank you for your service. And I'm not even talking about the citizens of the United States that say that. I don't have a problem with them. I'm talking about my federal government, the government I pay money into. The best you got out of that is thank me for my service. Hey, bitch, break bread. Break bread. I don't care about your thanks. Break goddamn bread, bitch. What are you talking about? I know you tired. I know it. I know you are tired. You are tired of watching as opulence is celebrated when your hard work is not. How many of y'all been on your job for longer than 10 years? Of course, regulated goods. You know what, TikTok? I don't know. Whatever, man. Whatever. How many of y'all been on your job more than 10 years? How many of y'all been at your job more than 15? Same job, more than 15. In that time, you've gotten a lot of pats on the back, haven't you? A lot of good jobs, working hard, right? Right? But nothing tangible, right? You got to beg for raises. You got to beg for promotion. You got to beg for them. What do you get? What do you get? One of the most heartbreaking things I can ever remember, because I'm a wrestling fan. Everybody and their grandmother knows I'm a wrestling fan. One of the most heartbreaking things that I can remember an interview with a wrestler was with Roddy Piper. Hot Rod was an icon. There's absolutely no mistake about it. In every single measure of wrestling lore, Roddy Piper was a legend. That man said, I have to keep wrestling. I have to keep wrestling because I'm not going to get my pension. He said, I can't get my pension until I'm 68. I don't think I'm going to make it to 68. And he didn't. Made it to 63, I believe. This is a man that gave us moments. And he didn't even live to get his pension. Ric Flair is still out here doing shit in wrestling because he has blown all of his money. Yes. Rick cannot retire because Rick doesn't have the money to retire. Now that's wrestling, an agreement between the people in the ring and the people in the crowds. Told you this before. Wrestling is an agreement between the people in the ring and the people in the crowd. The people in the ring will give their absolute best to entertain the people in the crowd. The people in the crowd cheer or boo their favorites or the person they dislike the most. That is the agreement. You want to know the original kayfabe? That's it. I'm going to do acrobatic shit in this ring. I'm going to do technically sound shit in this ring. I'm going to do shit that's going to make you go, wow. You will go, wow, yell, scream, cheer, boo for whoever you want. That's the agreement. A wrestler that gets no pop, and by pop, I mean nobody, he's not booed, he's not liked, he's not cheered, he just comes out and is quiet, that's a wrestler ain't going to be working very long. The federal government treats us like those wrestlers, except they don't cheer. They don't boo. They're silent. They expect you to continue to go out there and hurt yourself and hurt yourself and hurt yourself and hurt yourself and hurt yourself. But they ain't giving you nothing. They ain't giving you shit. Not even a pat on the back. I know you tired, baby. I know you tired. You're tired of being told by politicians that the reason you're working so goddamn hard is because a Mexican stole your damn job. I know you tired, baby. I know you are tired of being told that your black woman supervisor did not get her job off of her merit, but because she was a black woman. I know you tired, baby. I know. You are tired of watching as your entire paycheck disappears before you even get a chance to see it. You are tired of watching as rich ass people drive around in luxury vehicles and stand in front of you and parade their opulence, and you know goddamn well they wouldn't have any of that shit were it not for you. You don't even get the benefit. You don't get to stand on the stage with these goddamn people. Morning, Songbird. Love you. I know you tired, baby. I know. You're tired of the old fights. You know, I was born in 1971. I am so utterly sick of fighting the 50s and 60s. I'm not even bullshit. I'm sick of it. Listen, I'm dead ass sick of it. Sick to death. Get it over with. Hard hats and hippies, bitch, figure that shit out. I'm tired of it. We got Shad with $1.99 super chat.
Donations, gifts.
What gets me, it's the same damn lies. Yes, Shaft, that's the point. Do y'all understand? They recycle this shit. They recycle this shit. Racism could have been solved with education. Racism could have been solved with an honest, truthful goddamn conversation. Hey, you're working just as hard as those slaves. So if we get better, they should get better too, right? Right. Shang! There you go. How the hell is it we live in a country that we're still debating on whether or not a woman can do anything? Why are we having these fights? You want to get a woman pregnant? Fine, great, fantastic. Find a woman that'll get you pregnant or let her get you pregnant. But don't make public policy off of that shit. Don't. My woman works. She's always made more money than me. At the height of my military career, my wife still made more money than me. But they continue to give you the same dumbass fight. Let me tell you something. If you are in a polyamorous relationship, that shit does not hurt my marriage. If you're in a gay relationship, that shit don't hurt my marriage. If you're in a trans relationship, that shit don't hurt my marriage. I'm sorry. You know what hurts my marriage? Not being able to see my wife because I'm always overseas, or not being able to see my wife because she's working 30 and 40 hours, 40 and 50 hours a goddamn week. That's what hurts my marriage more. That's what hurts any marriage. Any marriage, any relationship that you have is not hurt by gay marriage. It's not hurt by polyamory. It's not hurt by trans women in bathrooms. It is hurt by the fact that you and your spouse, the person you love, cannot sustain themselves on one goddamn income. But they repackage that fight. Insert trans for gay. Insert gay for woman. Insert woman for Jew. Insert Muslim, or insert Jew for Muslim. Insert Muslim for black. Same fights, fam. Same fights. Recycle. It's a big-ass book. The bitch is older than America itself. It's never changed. We just keep fighting the same shit. And our politicians give us nothing. Politicians give us nothing. I was in a live one day, and I started talking shit about Senator John Fetterman. I had somebody literally tell me, well, you can't talk about him because you're not in Pennsylvania. Why the hell not? You think Pennsylvania taxes is the only thing that pays U.S. Senator John Fetterman's salary? No, I think his salary comes from the American people. I'm one of the American people, so I can criticize this big lurch ass anytime I goddamn feel like it. Anytime I goddamn feel like it. Anytime I feel like it. I can never understand this idea that, well, you can't say something about Israel. Why not? Why not? Oh, that's anti-Semitic. No, it's not. If I talk about Benjamin Netanyahu or Smotrich or whoever, I can talk about whoever the hell I want. That's my right as an American citizen. You don't get to tell me who I can and can't criticize. You cannot tell me who I can and can't criticize, especially when my money comes out of my pocket and goes into a pool with other people's money to go to different places. Bitch, I will talk bad about your ass to your face if I feel like it. Because I know you tired, baby. I know. Annabelle with the $5 super chat.
Donations, gifts.
The pattern is the same since 1700 with the Willie Lynch letters. It is the exact same pattern. It's how our owners keep control. Let me tell y'all something. Morning, auntie, mwah, your sex self. Let me tell y'all something. There was a line out of the song, the Poverty of Philosophy by Immortal Technique, that I will never forget because it makes so much damn sense. I have more in common with most working and middle-class white people than I do with most rich Black and Latino people. I have more in common with most working-class white people than I do with most rich Black and Latino people. I agree. Is racism a very big part of it? Yep. It is a tool. If the rabble starts to get roused up a little bit, let's throw some racism in there. The fear of the other. You know the other that I fear the most? The people I can't see with money that I paid into taxes doing shit while my Black ass has to continue to work or continue to pay bills. These people are out here using my money to make laws that affect my family. I don't want that. I don't want that shit. Bitch, don't know. Absolutely the F not. No, bitch, no. No. You don't get to tell me who I cannot criticize, when I cannot criticize them, why I cannot criticize them. You don't get to do that and take my money. You don't get to tell me shit. Not enough of us are doing it, though. Part of it is because there are people that profit from this shit. There are people that profit from that. Because if you isolate somebody based on race, sex, sexuality, religious institutions, things of that nature, they're easy enough to manipulate. Rinse and repeat. Tell a white man that he works harder than those people on welfare. He's still going to work. All you did was separate him. We got Dragon with the $5 super chat.
Donations, gifts.
I hate the isms that everyone is somehow false for. Scientifically proven we are one race, the human race. So why do small things matter? I'll tell you why they matter, Dragon. Because you have to have some control. Larry Ellison has a super yacht. Larry Ellison owns TikTok. Not Oracle, Larry Ellison, because Larry Ellison owns Oracle. Owns TikTok, right? He has a super yacht. Yet the creator program on TikTok will only allow you to make pennies off of the shit that you create. You create content, they make money off of it. You make pennies. And yet, for some reason, Larry Ellison believes that he deserves a tax cut. Peter Thiel believes that the rich and powerful, the connected, should be the only ones making decisions for the United States. Nobody is going after Peter Thiel. Nobody is going after Peter Thiel. Why? Because apparently he's so big you can't talk about it. But Peter Thiel can influence your life. Really? Peter Thiel can influence your life. Elon Musk can influence your life. A tax cut for Peter Thiel means somebody is going to be working twice as hard. Thomas, what gets me is people will argue about middle class versus working class. If you're arguing about which piece of the boot is on your neck. Thank you, Richie. Thank you, Richie. Thank you, Richie. A tax cut for Oracle means some of y'all gonna be working twice as hard. They get no bid government contracts. Who do you think pays those? Who pays for them? You do. You do. And yet, for some reason, you are never allowed to share in the profit. You're given nothing, and then you're told who to hate. You said it. I'm gonna say that again because that right there should be a timestamp. You are given nothing, and then you're told who to hate. I'm gonna punctuate it one more time. You are given nothing, and then you are told who to hate. Do you know children are literally saying that they want to be social media influencers? Not carpenters, not cops, not firefighters, not ditch diggers, not plumbers, none of that. They want to be social media influencers. You can thank Palantir, Oracle, Larry Ellison. You can thank them for that. You can thank people like the Tates. You can thank people like Sneeko. You can thank people like that make this look like it's profitable. It is not. It is not. I cannot possibly tell y'all how much money out of my own pocket I have spent on GCPR. I cannot tell you how much money Jeff Kennedy, my co-owner of GCPR, has spent out of his own pocket. Can't tell you. Can't tell you. We are literally a small-ass business. We've got to beg, hey, do you want to advertise with GCPR? Here's a card. You want to advertise with GCPR? Please send us an email. But Larry Ellison can own the biggest social media platform in the world and then tell you what you can say on it. Larry, TikTok wouldn't be as big if it wasn't for the people. How dare you tell us what we can say and what we can't? Again, you are given nothing. You are given nothing. And then you are told who to hate. I have an off-topic question, Thomas. Do you think that a society can function? Hold on. Do you think a society can function without money or any type of currency ever? Yeah. Yes. The barter system. Like Michael Pruitt said, Native American clans did it for years, centuries. Yes. The barter system. You have something I need. Food, medicine, whatever. I have a skill. I can build. I can hunt. Vikings did it. Nations and tribes within Africa did it. The reason money became the preferred way of dealing with things is because capitalism. You know why they tell y'all socialism and communism are the same? And they're not. Because in socialism, you get a piece of what you make. So if your ass is out here making widgets, you're making a widget for $1. Widget gets sold for $2. Now the company is going to take 50 cents. But in socialism, you get 50 cents. So for every widget you make, you get 50 cents. That is sharing in the profits of your labor. You own the means of production. It is a partnership. Y'all know Americans have literally been told how bad unions are? Unions. Thomas, my mom once told me that the plague elevated currency because people believe that as long as you had money, they would survive. I don't know how true this is, but she did say it. It might be true. I'm not really sure. How you going to argue against a union? Unions fight for you. Now, are all unions straight? No. Here's a secret, kids. Here's a secret. As long as humans are involved in any organization, there is a chance for corruption. As long as there are humans involved in any organization, there is a way, a means, and a desire for corruption. You cannot argue that. Unless your whole union is made out of AI, bitch, somebody gonna steal something. Somebody gonna try to take a profit off the top. Somebody gonna try to skim. It's gonna happen. Sorry. Get mad. I don't care. Put on a cape. Now you Superman. But that does not mean that the purpose of having the union in the first place is bad. Be safe, Bella. Love you. So let's throw out the baby with the bathwater. Let's throw the entirety of the way we think about unions away because, oh my God, there might be corruption. There's corruption in everything, kids. Everything. Listen, you know your friends. You know who your friends are when the money comes in. When the money comes in, yeah. Now you about to find out who truly loves you. Now you about to find out who truly cares about your ass. As soon as that money come in, all bets are off. Yes, there's corruption. I give you that. But that doesn't stop the reasoning and rationale for having unions in the first place. Do you know in America right now, they're trying to teach you that you do not have the First Amendment right to free speech, free assembly, and to address your government for redress? Oh, yeah. Everybody that made fun of those No King protests. Let me ask you a question. Do you know what the hell the First Amendment says? Don't worry, I'll wait. Every No Kings protest should be celebrated. But now we have jackasses that believe it's okay to say, I'm going to run over people that are protesting. What is wrong with you? They are exercising their First Amendment right of a country you swear up and down is the greatest ever. Sit your bitch ass down and enjoy your damn coffee and shut your bitch ass up. Like, what is wrong with you? Our media organizations are owned by corporations. Corporations believe in profit. So the facts and the truth don't matter. They don't. Skydance owns CNN and CBS. One of the reasons I was rooting for Netflix to get Warner Brothers was for that. Because there's no way I wanted David Ellison telling me a goddamn thing. His father owns TikTok. How many community guidelines violations have some of y'all got for words? Words. My old account, that's all I got. That's one of the reasons I stopped doing lives on TikTok. That's why. I couldn't open my mouth without getting a community guideline violation. Hell, y'all been here when the show was on and we got into 3 words and got a community guidelines violation. We got a $10 super chat from Dragon.
Donations, gifts.
Hey, Thomas, I don't think I say this enough. Thank you for your service to our country, and thank you for using your retirement to try to enlighten minds with backed up facts. Dragon, I don't know what else to do, sir. I don't. I think it's because I know we deserve better. I'm gonna say that again. I think it's because I know we know better. We deserve better. I don't come into this with some grandeurs of glory. I don't. I just think we deserve better. Don't y'all think y'all deserve better than this? Don't you? Don't you think you deserve better than to have the president of the United States look you in the face while an active war is going on and tell you we can't afford Medicare, daycare? Don't you think you deserve better than that? There's something severely wrong with that. There's something severely wrong with that. The true welfare queens in the United States are the oligarchs, the rich, and the corporations. There. Think about that. Think about that for just a second. Just think about that. The true welfare queens are not women, single mothers using food stamps to buy steak. Hell, if a single mother can find lobster tails and crab legs and she can buy them with food stamps, you better goddamn buy them with food stamps. What the hell is wrong with you? Number one, it's food. It's not like you're going to buy them and then try to hawk them on the damn corner. Nobody's buying crab legs on a corner. Nobody doing that. And number two, more importantly, ain't that the purpose of having the damn food stamps in the first place? If you're going to eat, then I don't give a damn if it's a steak. Get all the T-bone steaks you can if you can get them on food stamps. Because that means the farmers that made that beef are getting paid. So they can feed their family. That means the distributor who drove that beef from the farm or from the farm to the slaughterhouse, from the slaughterhouse to your store, they get paid. That means the store gets paid. I can't believe a single mother got steak. I can't believe you over here counting shit in a woman's basket to begin with. But we don't say a goddamn thing when Elon Musk gives you a truck you can pull apart with your hands. A truck you can pull apart with your hands. Basically, this man gave your ass a lunchbox with wheels and an engine and put some lights in it and shit. Be safe, Mary. I love you so very much. Thank you for everything that you do, Mary. Kiss the husband, kiss the kid, please. The single mother on welfare is the problem. Are you out of your mind? The single mother on welfare using food stamps is the problem. Not Elon Musk basically selling you an aluminum foil car. Are you out of your goddamn mind? Are you out of your goddamn mind? He got tax cuts for that. He got tax cuts to give you an aluminum foil car. Your tax dollars went into that man's pocket so that you could drive an aluminum foil car. You get more protection with this coffee cup than you do in a damn cyber truck. Kiss my ass. Do y'all understand the cyber truck is not allowed in other countries? Hold on. Sip on that slow, because I know your tongue is burnt. Sip on it slow. The cyber truck is not allowed in other countries. Where my UK folks? Where my UK folks? Hold your hand up. Hold your hand up. You see any cyber trucks on the road? Where my Germany people? Germany, stand up. You see any cyber trucks on the road? Wolfie, Wolfie's over in Australia. Hey, Wolfie, you see a Cybertruck over there? Do you see a Cybertruck over there? It's not allowed in other countries. Your ass is driving some shit that other countries are looking at you going, why are you in that? That shit gonna fall apart. Meanwhile, China has electric cars that can go on water, go in the air. You can drive the length of China on one charge up. We over here with the Cybertruck, hoping like hell it doesn't shake to death when we drive up a high hill. That is your tax dollars in that man's pocket. And he basically gave you his dick tickets. What has the Ellison family given us besides owning everything? Larry Ellison has one of the most punchable faces I've ever seen in my life. Like, Dragon said, Cybertrucks look like an unfinished video game asset. It's true, though. What are you getting for the money you give this government? Their ass to kiss. Lindsey Graham holding on to a goddamn bubble maker in Disneyland. I'm paying you. The government is partially shut down. Bitch, you don't get to go anywhere until you fix that. I know you tired, baby. I know. But sometimes you got to say it out loud. Sometimes you got to say it out loud. What do you get from your government for this? My brother, my good friend, and co-owner of Ghost Claw Productions Radio, Mr. Jeff Kennedy, has entered the building. Good morning, Jeff. It's Truthful Thursday, Jeff. Jeff, it's Truthful Thursday. You know what we doing out of here? What do you get? This is your government, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Reagan said the 8 most dangerous words in the English language is, I'm from the government, I'm here to help. Why are they dangerous? Ain't that what the hell you supposed to do? If your house is on fire and a firefighter shows up and just watches it burn, you're going to beat the shit out of that firefighter. That firefighter going to get all the work. And then some. You're going to find 6 different ways to beat the shit out of them. Hey, dog, you just watched my house burn. Well, I showed up, didn't I? You're supposed to fight the fire. If you're a cop, you're supposed to stop the criminal. If you're the federal government and you get tax dollars, bitch, your ass is supposed to take care of the citizenry. That's how you America first, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you America first. No money is spent on any munition until all Americans have a place to stay. Simple as that. Simple as that. One of the things, it was funny because my wife and I was having this conversation. And she was like, you don't take care of home, then you don't get to go out on these streets and do any goddamn thing. Take care of home first. You got to take care of home first. No bombs are made until every child in America gets a good, not a substandard, not a teach to the test education, but a good education. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I know this is going to bother some of y'all, but we going to teach the ugly parts of history because, bitch, we not trying to repeat it again. We not trying to repeat that bullshit again. If it makes you uncomfortable that your child learns that trans people exist, my suggestion to you is go get some goddamn glasses. They're right there. No wars get started until every road in America is drivable. No war. So if you're BP, Shell, all the oil companies, if you're the fruit companies and businesses or whatever, if you want war because you get a profit off of it, bitch, sit your monkey ass down. We do none of this until we take care of home first. And then if there's money left over, then you can have your war. Then you can make your bombs. Then you can whatever. But if as long as home is not taken care of, you don't do none of that. How you gonna go out and try to get a second wife when you ain't take care of the first one? The one and only conscious Lee is in the building. Good morning, sir. Welcome to the Sound of Coffee. It's Truthful Thursday over here, buddy. How you gonna go out and get a second wife and you ain't even taking care of the first one? I can have multiple wives. Bitch, you are not even taking care of me. My feet look like talons because I can't go any goddamn place. I can't go get them fixed because my black ass is working. Your ass over here gaming. You take care of home first. America got it twisted. And now they have an entire political movement that basically streamlines stupidity. Steve Bannon got y'all out here looking nasty. You know what I'm saying? Steve Bannon got y'all ass out here butt naked, looking trifling. Steve Bannon got y'all ass out here fighting on bullshit. Why? Because it distracts you from the fact that America don't take care of home first. You want to trans women out of sports. How many dinners did that pay for? Don't worry, I'll wait. Don't everybody answer at once. You wanted trans women out of sports. How many dinners did that pay for? You didn't want women to have an abortion. How many mortgage payments did that give you? You see, there is the fictional, and then there's reality. Fictional is everything's DEI. Factual. Reality is I need to pay off my student loan debt. We always over here fighting on this fictional shit. Because reality cannot be fought. It's hurtful for us to think about reality. But Steve Bannon wants MAGA to stay in that fictional shit. Let me tell you something. Nobody's coming for your guns. Nobody wants your goddamn Bible. Nobody wants to turn your son gay. Nobody wants to turn your daughter into a lesbian. We don't give a damn if you like trans people or not. Are you feeding your family? That's the focus, kids. That is the damn focus. I'm so sick to death of having the same manufactured arguments about bullshit when people are starving on the street. I don't want to hear one more goddamn thing about DEI while we have homeless vets. Because you can walk right past a homeless vet to come tell me about some DEI, bitch. I will smack you. You know, I just see that homeless vet. That's a Vietnam vet over there. That man has been on the streets for years. His mental health is piss poor and deteriorating. He can't get into the VA because his records were not all taken care of. But you want to come and talk to me about DEI, bitch? If you don't DEI that man and get his ass off the street before you talk to me anything about any goddamn thing, sit your monkey ass down. Don't come over here with that shit. Do not come over here with that bullshit. Don't. Like I told y'all yesterday, I don't give a damn if Christy Nome's husband is a crossdresser. Just like I don't give a damn if Christy Nome is bumping uglies with Corey Lewandowski. I care about the fact that my money went to pay for it. When my dough goes into you being a hoe, you gotta go. I know that sound effed up, but damn it was supposed to rhyme like that. When you start messing with my money, I tend to get really nasty about shit. I tend to start wanting to get some answers. And I tend to want to do it forcibly because you had no problem taking my money. Where is it going? Why is Corey Lewandowski and Kristi Noem having sex in a private jet that I paid for? Why is Kristi Noem's husband giving money to models or escorts? That's my money. Pimping 15 11 minutes in the parking lot. Playboy 15 11 minutes in the parking lot. Why am I watching my money go to war when I know for a fact there's food that's being wasted? Nobody's eating it. It's just going to waste. And there's one hungry person in the United States. Bitch, you are out of your rabbit ass. No. Dragon with the $5 super chat.
Donations, gifts,
Morning, King.
gifts.
Every branch of the government needs fixing, Thomas. Which branch do you think needs the most? I honestly don't know which one needs fixing more. First and foremost, above every goddamn thing else, we need to fix the laws in the United States. Let's start there. The same laws that will criminalize a black man for holding on to the same equivalent in crack as cocaine, that's a law that needs to be gone. But at the exact same time, that same law will tell a rich man like Jeffrey Epstein, here's a deal. Bitch, deal these nuts. You don't get a deal. You deal your ass in this hole, goddammit. But why is he getting said deal? Money. Our judiciary system is for sale. I said what I said. If your ass ain't got OJ can hire a team of lawyers and get off money, you in tier 2, bitch. You in the tier with the rest of us. Don't think your whiteness is going to save you if you stand in front of a judge, you ain't got a pot to piss in, a window to throw it out of, or ground to catch the goddamn piss. Bitch, you over here with us. You on the other side of the bus with us. You in the back. You was holding on to one meth rock. Your ass got 30 years. Bitch, you over here with us. But I'm white. I don't care. Because you ain't got no money. If justice is blind, but she can still see money, obviously the bitch need to be a little bit more blind. Maybe we need to pour bleach in the bitch eyes. Maybe we just need to remove the bitch's eyes altogether. Because obviously she ain't blind enough. Obviously she's not blind enough. If you can smell money coming in the room, but you can also smell poverty coming in the room, bitch, you ain't blind enough. Maybe we need to make you mute. Blind, deaf, and mute. That way you'll do justice fairly. There's no reason a man with millions of dollars can get away with harming children, but a man who's out there selling dope can get 30 goddamn years. Bitch, kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. Because I'm going to tell you something. Little secret. A broke-ass man can affect his broke-ass community. A rich man can affect a country. Ooh, nobody knew that? Nobody knew that? Sphinx Award-winning musician Josh Jones with the $4.99 super chat.
Donations, gifts.
Claiming things should be merit-based, but actively blocking avenues that merit opens up, even at the expense of their own. They make DEI necessary. Make no damn mistake about it, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to find people. Good morning, Donna. Donna Henry, all the way over on the Facebooks. You're going to find people that are better at a job than you. Them people don't look like you sometimes. They're black women, Latino men, trans women. gay men. Why are you mad at them? Why? Shouldn't you be mad at the company that you work for? Because while you over here wondering whether or not this person has the merits to be a boss or the merits to do this, that, and the third, your paycheck is shrinking, bitch. Shrinking. You over here worried about some stupid shit. I don't think she's qualified. I think she's DEI. I think you ain't going to be able to pay your car note this week, is you? Is you? Is you? Look at your paycheck. No, take a look at it right now. Right now in the back of your head, numbers are playing around, ain't they? You're trying to figure out how you are going to be able to make your car note and your rent with that shit that's sitting in your hand right now. But you over here worried about DEI, bitch. You need to be worried about that. You need to be worried about that. Money Star! They keep you hopped up on this shit. Because if Americans demanded better from our government, we would rise up and slay these goddamn people. Here's the secret. Neither major political party give a shit about black people. They don't. They do not give a shit about black people. Here's another secret. Neither major political party give a shit about anybody. Shang. Neither major political party gives a shit about any of us.
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
If you ain't got donor money, they don't want to hear your ass. If you ain't got donor money, bitch, you smell. They want your ass out of the room, bitch. What are you talking about? You have a list of things you want your government to do with no money. This rich man has a list of things he wants the government to do with campaign bundles. Bitch, which one do you think our politicians are listening to? Your broke ass? Get out of here. Get out of here. Get your ass out of here. You broke. If you do not have, let me call my politician, have him fly his ass to my house so we can hang out and I can tell him all the shit that I want to do, money, bitch, you are irrelevant. You are a hemorrhoid, ho. That's what you is. You are a hemorrhoid. They only think about your ass when they sit on you. That's it. Shit, hemorrhoid hurt. I know that hurts. I don't care because I know you tired, baby. I know you tired. Love you, Witchy. Be safe. Hey, tell Steve I said what's up. They don't care about you. They don't. At the end of the day, you are good for one thing to these people. A vote. Your issues, nobody cares about. Your concerns, nobody gives a shit about. They don't. I know it hurts, but truth is truth. Your wants, your needs, and your desires. We have now reached the point in American history where the political parties is treating all of their citizenry like they treated black folks. That's why when I hear people like Nick Cannon and that doofy-ass Amber, whatever the hell her name is, talk about the fact that, you know, the party of the KKK was from the Democrats, bitch, are you still on that bullshit? Neither one of them hoes give a shit about us. They don't. We are inconvenienced. Do I look like I'm going to sit up and go, yeah, the party of the KKK? You mean the people that are standing over there on the other side now? So which means both at one point there was fertile soil for both of them. Hey, Constantine the Great, Why don't you shut up on these nuts? Get his ass up out of here. Get his bitch ass up out of here. You got to go, buddy. Oh, guess I'm going to have to start doing this. How many of these have been? I don't know, but apparently we're back at this shit again. Ejectocito, cuz. Get your ass up out of here. I don't give a damn about you. Told my audience the same thing the other day. Welcome to the Black folks treatment, everyone. Yes. And it's not just that, kids. Oh, it's not just that. You see, black folks were the canary in the coal mine. That's what we were. They tested shit on us. And when you didn't react, they're now doing it to you. They are. The over-militarized police force is a problem. That's your tax dollars going to that shit. That's your tax dollars. The reason your sheriffs and police officers can buy a goddamn MRAP that was last used in Afghanistan, the reason they can do that is because of your tax dollars. Another waste of your money. Do you care? No, because, oh my God, a trans woman taking a shit in a woman's bathroom. See how stupid that is? They keep you hopped up on bullshit so that they can distract you from the fact that the American dream is dead. Dead. It was never real to begin with. It was a lie. It was a functional lie, a propaganda piece to keep your ass running, nose on the grindstone until you're dead. I know you tired, baby. I know you tired. And I also know for a fact that some of you right now are realizing this more and more. MAGA is going to come to a painful realization when this is all over with. They have been used and abused like a $2 hoe. MAGA is going to have the world's worst. Hey, Hannibal Barker, check this out. You can kings and queens on these nuts as well. There you go, buddy. Keep your monkey ass off my goddamn show. Apparently, once again, kings and queens that, buddy. MAGA is going to come to a very painful realization. You were a trick. You were a trick. Thomas, the cishet men being worried about cishet men hiding behind the trans label to get women into women's bathrooms says more about cishet men than it does about the trans community. It does. It says that a lot of cishet men that believe in that bullshit. Number one, you're in the closet. I'm sorry. Go ahead and own that shit. And number two, and more importantly, you are the sort of person that will get tricked by bullshit. And that's why you keep getting fed bullshit. I learned a long time ago that they don't care. We got another donation from the one and only Dragon. Another $10 super chat. Let me find it.
Donations, gifts.
This is my last donation. My money comes from tax dollars. I am on disability and food stamps. From the bottom of my heart to all of you, thank you so much for your sacrifices so I can survive. Dragon, you never, ever, ever have to thank us for that. You don't. Because I do not want to live in a world where Dragon lives on disability and is treated shitty. Elon Musk lives off of corporate welfare and is celebrated. I don't want to live in that goddamn country. I don't. And I mean that. Dragon deserves to be taken care of by a government that Dragon has supported. Why is that such a hard concept? This is why I said MAGA is going to come up to a very, very, very painful realization. And I'm not just talking about the MAGA here. I'm talking about the MAGA around the world. Your ass was used to further the interest of people so rich you are afraid to say their name. You gave all of everything that made you a human being in support of a man that always looked at you like nothing more than a monkey, a trained circus chimp. You wore what he told you to wear. You said what he told you to say. You acted a goddamn fool to your friends, your families, your loved ones, your baby mama, your baby daddy, your husbands, your wives, your children. You lived in your house consuming Fox News 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You went to sleep listening to Fox News. You woke up to listen to Fox News. And they have told you that everybody outside of their white demographic is bad for you. They have celebrated opulence, and you was like, yep, that worked. As your trailer fell apart around you and that Ford F-150 that you have been putting all this work into to try to keep it running falls apart. You will be left with nothing but those red-ass hats and the disgust of every person that has ever known you that is not MAGA. You were used. You were used like a trick. They didn't even put the money on the dresser for your ass. They left the money on a table in the kitchen where they washed their dick after banging you. You are a trick. And the reason you are so hell-bent to make this a Democrat-Republican thing is because that is what your pimp daddy told you. You were a trick. Pimp game is simple. Convince your dumb ass to go out on these streets, give up your body, give up your dignity, jumping in and out of cars to bring a person money to make them look and feel rich. You are a trick. That's what you are. The entire MAGA movement could be best summed up in, imagine if a pimp became president of the goddamn United States. Crude oil is over $110 a barrel. Yo ass up here rooting for a war. Trick. Oh, Lord. Top City did it. Top City did it. Hey, y'all can blame Top City for this. He did it. Hey! Yeah.
Oh, baby.
I know how this works.
Sound low.
Now somebody bring up that damn couch.
Let me tell you about the softest love I ever known. Give me that couch. I came home weary, world on my back, neon nights and a heart off track. Kicked off my shoes, loosened my tie. Saw you waiting there, cushions piled high. Girl, you don't argue, you don't complain. You just open up those arms again in the quiet glow of a midnight room. You're my sanctuary in plush perfume. Give me the couch when the day gets rough and the streets get cold. You're the only one that lets me fall. Sink down deep in your sweet caress, wrapped in confidence. On my velvet embrace, softest touch in the whole wide place. You hold me close, don't say a word. Every curve of you, it's so superb. Baby, you cushion my soul tonight. Make everything feel so right. In your arms, I lose control.
I know where we gotta go. Here it comes. Wait a minute.
You're rocking my soul. Give me that couch.
Oh! Y'all know we have to play that song right to that first. Give me that couch. Oh! Hey! Hey! Y'all know we got to get to that first. Give me that couch. Listen, we got to get to that first. Give me that couch. Y'all know that. Come on, y'all been watching the show for how long? Y'all been listening to the show for how long? You're cushioning my soul tonight. Make everything feel so right. In your arms, I lose. No, no, Magpie, you will never escape. Give me the couch. I missed you, twin. What's going on? Listen, I'm telling y'all right now, the maxi single "Give Me the Couch" I might actually put that out before I put out anything else. The maxi single "Give Me the Couch." Hey, you know what? Who said it? 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 McLovin said you should put this song on YouTube with the lyrics, "Sir, sir, sir." I might do that. Oh, suffer. But I want to read something that Jamila said. They put the money on the floor, made them bend over to get it, and then screwed them up the ass. Exactly. Exactly. We don't say these things out loud enough. We don't. We do not tell the truth enough about the situations that we have going on in the United States. And it's heartbreaking to watch us fall apart. You see, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, the sole responsibility for why America is the way it is right now is us. If you demand nothing, you get nothing. If you demand less, you get less. The president of the United States looked y'all in the goddamn face and said, hey, we got money for bombs. We got money for bombs and bullets, but bitch, we ain't got no money for beans and bread. We don't, sorry. Can you imagine somebody looking you in the goddamn face and saying that shit to you? Especially if you've paid them for a job. You pay somebody to fix your roof, they come up and tell you, yeah, we ain't gonna be able to do it. But I already paid you. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do it. Music video has been produced and published here on YouTube by Whisker Biscuit Studios as well. Yes, that Rach has a animated version of this song on Whisker Biscuit. Whisker Biscuit is now in partnership with Ghost Claw Productions. So, congratulations. I am never going to forgive the American citizen for their inaction. I'm never going to do it. I got a problem. Oh, it's okay. Hey, Tracina, go out there and sell them roses, girl. Hydrate, elevate, self-love, and self-care. I love you all. Have a beautiful day on purpose. That is the good word from one, Miss Tracina. I don't think I'll ever forgive America for that. I don't. I don't think I will ever forgive America for taking the easy rather than the hard way. Thomas, the government has money for bombs and guns, but they want you to hate the dealers that keep the blocks fed. Yep. In this economic world, people got to do what they got to do to survive. Reagan proved that. Everybody hates on the drug dealer. Everybody hates on the drug dealer, hates on the drug dealer. If there was no demand, there would be no supply. And people were doing it to survive. Most biker gangs that deal in meth are doing it to make money. If there was no money in it, there would be no drug dealers. Josh Jones with the $1.99 super chat.
Donations, gifts.
Going into debt for war won't give a penny to us. Think about that. And again, this is not just an American thing. This is a global, worldwide thing. The powers that be do not just make money in America. They make money in the UK, Japan, Italy, France, Germany. They make money where they can. But they got everybody on these different continents fighting stupid shit. I talk about America because this is where I was born. This is where I was raised. This is where I met my wife. This is where I had my children. This is where I served. But you can take this argument, put a British accent on it in the UK, it'd be the same thing. Take this argument, put a German accent on it, say it in Germany, it's the same thing. Take everything I've talked about today, put it in a French accent, put it in France, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. The playbook that America uses on its citizenry has been used throughout all of history. All of it. And the winners always write the books. Everybody hates Iran and they hate us for our freedom. They hate us for our freedom. No, Iran has legitimate beef with the United States because instead of us allowing Mossadegh to run his country and nationalize the resources in his country for the benefit of his citizenry, they took him out and put the Shah in, and the Shah tortured the dog shit out of his Iranian citizens. They don't hate us for our freedom. They hate us for us meddling. That's why. That's why. And this ploy has been played on every citizen of the globe for decades. When you hear Italy's interest or Britain's interest or U.S. interest, translation, they got something we want. They won't give it to us. So we're going to go in and do some shit so we can get it. That's it. And do you think when they go into these countries and destabilize them just to get these resources, do you think they share them with the rest of us? Hell no. Hell no. Because sharing the resources that you went and stole from another country with the people that you are expecting to use those resources to create shit to sell, oh, that's socialism. We bailed out the banks in the United States after they gambled with money from pensions, from 401ks, from unions and things of that nature. We bailed them out. We bailed them out. We didn't nationalize one bank. America did not nationalize one goddamn bank. Not a one. We just handed them taxpayer money. And what did they do? Did they give? Has anybody been able to get a loan? Or are they talking about your credit? No, what they did was stock buybacks. They took your money, bought their own stock, rose the price, and then sold. What did you get out of it? Being told that your credit score is too low to get a student loan or a personal loan or a home loan. That's what you got. They took your money and turned you into a trick. You was a hoe. You was out on them corners, selling that ass to make Daddy Bank rich, to make Bank of America rich, to make Citi rich, to make Lehman Brothers rich. But sure, tell me about how a black woman with 4 doctorates getting a job as a supervisor in something is DEI. Bitch, you're worried about that and not the fact that the money in your pocket is evaporating, not even disappearing? You a hoe. All of us are hoes. In the UK, you hoes. France, you hoes. Germany, you hoes. Australia, you hoes. Y'all are hoes. Every one of you. And I know you tired, baby. I know you are tired. Because you don't see a light at the end of the tunnel that you don't think is a train. My question to you is this. When do you stop selling your ass to people who do not appreciate the work that you do? When do you stop? When do you stop? When do you stop? Good morning, my sister. Good morning, brother. Glad to see you live again, checking on you. Are you good? Barbara, I'm alive. It's as good as I need to get it. How are you doing? How are you, the husband, the kids? How are you doing? Listen, Barbara J is my sister, period. End of discussion. That's my sister. I love that woman. I love everything that she does. I love the poise that she shows. Barbara J is, like, seriously, one of the best. When do you get tired of selling your ass? If the federal government will tell you we don't have money for daycare, the question you should ask right after that is, why do we have money for war? Ain't nobody going to ask it. We're just going to go and bomb some shit. Yeah. Ain't nobody going to stop and go, hey, wait a minute. Bitch, how you going to tell me we ain't got money for daycare, but we got money to go blow up shit and make it look sexy on a video game screen? Who are you talking to? Bitch, I got functioning eyes and functioning ears. You can't pull that bullshit on me. You cannot pull that bullshit on me. You can't. You cannot sell me bullshit, bitch. I know the prices. If we could go blow up some shit, bitch, how you gonna tell me ain't no money for daycare? How many daycare centers could have been paid with government money with just $1 billion a day we spent on this raggedy ass war? How many? How many homeless vets could have homes right now on all those acreages of land, tiny homes of their own, where they can have the dignity of living in a country and benefiting from the work that they put into it? But you're going to tell me ain't no goddamn money for it, but we can go blow up some shit? Bitch, I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. I know you tired, baby. I know. And you know how I know you tired? Because you get up every day and continue to do it. You continue to do it, even though you know there's no benefit in it, because you're thinking about your family. You're thinking about your cousin's family. You think about your sisters. You think about your sister's family. You think about your brother and your brother's family. You think about your neighbor across the street. You think about that old lady that you see every day going to the bus, trying to get her ass over to Aldi's. You're like, hey, can I give you a ride? You going in there. You're helping her out. You're helping her shop. You are getting her back to her house. The person that you're going to give money to a GoFundMe so they can pay off their damn medical bills from having their goddamn cancerous gallbladder removed. I know you're tired. I know it. And you were tired of being told what can and can't be done with the money you paid into this shit. If I give you $100 to fix my car and you don't fix my car, I want my goddamn money back. If I give you money to put roof on my house and the roof on my house ain't there, bitch, I want my money back. You got money to blow up a girls' school in Iran, but you're going to tell me we ain't got no daycare? Bitch, who are you talking to? Do I look like I'm stupid? Do I look like I just got up this morning? Do I look like I just woke up this morning? You want to tell me about your little fancy-ass funky ballroom? Bitch, I want my money to take care of the people in my damn country. I want no goddamn ballroom. I don't want no damn ballroom. Any one of you within the sound of my voice, you know damn well you'll never be in that ballroom. Why you give a shit about it? Why? You hope the bitch falls. You hope it crashes in. You hope that he invites all those tech bros and all those billionaires. They all get in there and the bitch falls on top of all of them. Don't hand me shit and then try to tell me it's ice cream, bitch. I can smell. I can smell. Don't tell me you gonna take your monkey ass over to goddamn Disneyland when the government is partially shut down. TSA agents out here begging to get paid. But you gonna go to Disneyland? Bitch, it'll be the last Disneyland trip you ever seen. Because I don't care where you go. You would not have a moment's peace because my money's in your pocket, bitch. I'm tired of being a trick. There, I said it. I'm tired of being a trick. I'm tired of selling my ass for a government that don't give me nothing but ways I can sell more of my ass. No. No. I don't have to. I think it's disgusting that anybody would even think that we should. I want the real welfare queens to get up off my goddamn money. And do you know who the real welfare queens are? Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, GE, Amazon, Oracle, Apple. You don't get no tax cuts, bitch. Oil companies like BP and Exxon, you don't get a tax subsidy, bitch. You make billions of dollars a year. You better make that shit work. You better make that shit work. You don't get my money in your pocket so you can tell me I need to work harder to keep more of my money in your pocket. And I don't want to hear this shit from the two parties. I don't. You ain't got a good idea that's up to people. Bitch, sit your stupid ass down somewhere before I hurt you. Before there be some misunderstandings and furniture moving. Before it's 15, 11 minutes in the goddamn parking lot, partner. Don't come and tell me that shit. Larry Ellison got a super yacht. Nah, you shouldn't have super yacht money, buddy. If you got super yacht money, I'm gonna need my bread, bro. If you got super yacht money, I'm gonna need my bread. Because I know you got a tax subsidy. I know you got a tax break. I know you got a tax cut. Bitch, run me my chicken. Run me my cheese, bitch. Run me my dough. You got a super yacht. But you want to tell me I should work harder? No, bitch, I'm going to tell you.
Just bring the goddamn bread.
Bring the bread.
Bring us the bread.
Bring the bread, bitch. Don't bring your ass up here trying to tell me that I have to work harder so that you can make more money. Come on now. A ballroom with no bathrooms or chairs. So I'm in this show this way, kids. Reality should lead you in everything that you do. Not fictional fantasies. None of that. Oh, Top City, I'm going to give out them Kobe's at the end of the show because y'all deserved them. Not fictional fantasy shit. Not delusions of how great this country is, and I know it ain't. No, bitch, reality. I live in reality. I am a reality-based human being. A lot of people don't like it, and I really don't care at this point. But it's true. I'm not about to walk my stupid ass out here and continue to be a trick for a system that I know is not benefiting me or anybody that looks like me or anybody in my community or anybody in anybody's community. You out of your goddamn mind. I refuse to play the game. I call it as I see it. The biggest welfare leeches in the United States are corporations, oligarchs, and big businesses. They take more in a day than a mother on food stamps buying steak every month could do in a lifetime. So I'm going to keep my eye on their ass. I'm going to keep my eye on their ass. I don't give a damn what's in a woman's basket. Don't care. I don't care if she brings out an EBT card. I don't care if she brings out the old school food stamps. I don't care if she has a TANF card. I don't give a shit about any of that. Are you eating? Did you get enough for the family? Because if you need more, let's make sure you get more. Feed the family for a month. That way you can also pay your rent so you have a place to stay for that family. If you are a husband and wife on food stamps, I got no problem with you. None. Black, white, or otherwise, I don't care. Because you're eating. Because food is essential. But if a son of a bitch in a goddamn three-piece double-breasted suit with a goddamn Rolex Ocean Master comes and tries to tell me that I should be mad at these people on these food stamps, I'm going to steal on his ass. There's going to be some misunderstandings and some goddamn furniture moves. Hey, you with the suit, fighting lot. Hey, pimpin'. Hey, playboy, you in the suit. You in the suit with the Rolex. Out here talking about them people over there with the food stamp. Hey, pimpin', parking lot. 15, 11 minutes. I'm going to need 15, 11 minutes in the parking lot for you. See you in the morning, Wolfie. I love you so much. Be safe. Kiss that kid for me, please. I want y'all to get mad. I want y'all to get real mad. Don't be mad for mad's sake. Don't be mad randomly. Know your enemy. Know them. If you cannot get past your racism, sit down. This ain't the fight for you. Because you are not going to let go of that old school bullshit that has given you nothing. We don't need you in the way. Go sit down. If you voted MAGA 3 times and now regretting it, congratulations. Expect ridicule. But if you're going to fight, you better have a thicker skin than that. Get your ass in the fight and shut the F up. Don't tell me about Democrats or Republicans, because I don't want to hear about either one of them. They never gave a shit about my black ass, and they still don't give a shit about my black ass. So why in the hell should I give a shit about them? Why? I don't want to play your politic game. I don't. If you want milk toast and safe, bitch, I'm not the person to talk to, because I'm an asshole, and I've earned the right to be one. My body will never be the same thanks to my service in the military. My mind will never be the same thanks to my service in the United States military. I'm a veteran, but I'm also a permanently disabled one. So my opinion about Tallarico or Fetterman or this, that, and the goddamn third is not something you want to hear. Because if you're not going to do the job for the American people, bitch, I am your enemy. I walk in the room, muddy boots on, putting them right on the goddamn table, and I am saying out loud in front of everybody, Democrat, Republican, Whig, Independent, I don't give a shit. If your ass is only here to make money for yourself and tax cuts for the rich, bitch, I am your enemy, and I'm the one person you don't want to see, because I ain't got shit to lose. Y'all better be mad. Y'all better get mad, stay mad, get educated. Like I told y'all yesterday, you do not need a college degree to get educated. They have books in libraries. They have books online. Learn about things that you did not know about. Learn the truth, and then use that information correctly to fight for the collective. And above all else, know your worth. Know it. I will never debase myself for money. I will never debase my children, my grandchildren, my wife, my kids, my dog. I will never debase my brother or my sisters. I will never debase the memory of Robert and Martha Ann McCormick, my mother and father. I will never debase the sisters, the black women that helped to create the man that you see sitting in front of you. I will never debase the black men who put me on the right path to be the man you see in front of you. I will not debase my white friends who came from working class roots. I will not debase the trans community, which I have family in. I will not debase my brothers and sisters in the LGBTQIA plus community. I will not debase my Jewish and Muslim brothers and sisters who have been pit against each other to make sure the business stays booming. I will not disrespect my country with falsehoods, flowery words, and nothing behind them. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, I ain't no trick. I ain't no trick. And I refuse to play the role as one. If America wants to get right, then the first thing it needs to do is remember there is no country without people. It ain't the landmass, the flag, the bald eagle. It ain't mom's apple pie and hot dogs. It isn't your special song. It isn't boots, with unmuddied boots. It ain't country music. It is the people. There is no America without us. And as far as we, the thing that makes this country what it is, if we ain't good, this country ain't good. So do not stand in front of me and tell me we got money for bombs, but not money for bread. Don't tell me that. I ain't no trick. Get mad. But get mad and educated. Do not fall for stupid. Do not fall for ignorant. Do not fall for the playbook that hasn't changed since people were wearing buckled shoes and powdered wigs. Wherever you stand in this country, demand better. Wherever you stand in this world, demand better. I don't care if it's UK, France, Italy, Germany, Japan, South. I don't give a shit about any of it. If your country is bragging about its greatness and you see one homeless person on the street, call that ass out. Bitch, don't tell me about greatness. Show me. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Move past the shit they keep trying to give you to fight on. Trans women and black folks and DEI, bitch, get out of my face. Be about the business of your money. You worked hard for it. Make sure it's going to something that benefits us. And if you're afraid, if this seems like a task, it's just too big because the cycle and the system, let me tell you what I said to you yesterday. In the immortal words of Mr. Nancy, you are already dead. At least die a sacrifice for something worthwhile. I don't care if it's a niece, a nephew, a cousin, a grandchild, child. Fight for something better. Don't make the next generation of tricks. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the show. Hellhound said, I've never seen a homeless person here in Sweden. And when I see the USA, I feel so damn effing sorry for them. And I wish the government would take care of them. That's what the fight is about, Hellhound. That is what the fight is about. As always, if you would like to support, think about becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/ThomasVillainBishop. $3 a month. You can help me keep all of this running. I am working on Honey Sauce, the Sono Sessions, Volume 1. It's going to be, listen, maybe I'll just put a bunch of music on it. That way, you guys can enjoy whatever you want to enjoy on it. Honey Sauce, the Sono Sessions, Volume 1 is coming. Patreon.com/ThomasVillainBishop. Show is brought to you in part by Smooth California. Skincare products that will make you look and feel your absolute best. And remember, they're all natural. Why do you think I look as good as I do? SmoothCA.online. Show is brought to you in part by Melanated Excellence, a celebration of the melanation. But remember, you don't have to be melanated to be a part of the celebration. MELExcellence.com. Check out the apparel. It's fantastic. Show is brought to you in part by Something Black Made. What up, light-skinned guy, Jen? Hey, Superplex Party. Reach out to either me or Smoking Out. We're going to get you on the show. SomethingBlackMade.com. The apparel over there is top-notch. Believe me when I tell you, I own some. It is fantastic. SomethingBlackMade.com. Finally, the show is brought to you in part by W Energy. W.GG. A little scoop in your water. You get the kickstart you need for the entire day. That is what I'm on, W.GG. Before we go, I want to read a couple of things. Here in Australia, we're pissed because last night the Prime Minister wanted to address Australia in a special live address from him, and we thought we were going to get help. Instead, it was a live cross to him so we could ask us to save fuel and take trains and buses. If we can't, that was it. That's crazy as shit. That is crazy as shit. Magpie says, allow me to present you an example of a system screwing over someone. I went to an appointment. I am not afraid to admit that my mom and I rely on government for support. And on Monday, I saw exactly what that life for immigrants, like for immigrants. A lot of people assume that immigrants are exploiting the country. No, the country exploits them. My country exploits immigrants. That's been all industrialized countries. There was an immigrant who was in a very dire situation, possibly homeless. The woman who was talking to him was being so unnecessarily disrespectful towards him. I don't know the full situation. But the woman told him that he needed to reach out to the homeless shelter since they don't handle cases like these. And he told her, but I already went there and they told me to come here. And that's when it clicked. These people select who is deserving of support and who isn't. This is what I call financial eugenics. They deem you a waste of money, but can't be honest with you, so they exhaust you by sending you from place to place to place, which is just running in circles. That's cruelty, unfiltered cruelty. This man deserved a home. He deserved support, and these people treated him like an inconvenience. But MERS want to prevent that immigrant, and Syrian doctors are the problem. This man is the bane of my existence. I hate him so much. I hate anyone that remotely thinks like him because this shows how far they are from reality. Kids, that's you. It's a trick thing. That's how they treat tricks. Some hoes is bottom hoes. Some hoes just never gonna make it on the track, so they get rid of them. You tricked. Remember that. Remember that. The Sound of Coffee shop is open, it's running, and it's piping hot. The Sound of Coffee, all one word, shop.fourthwall.com. Be limitless today. I love you. I'm proud of you. I needed this today, and I know some of you do too. Per aspera, ad astra, through hardship to the stars, I've got your 6. And before I go, let me go ahead and give out these Kobe's because I should have gave them out earlier.
Kobe!
Yourself a free Kobe. You know you deserve it. Some of y'all were
Kobe!
crying. Some of y'all were telling the great stuff. So come on in, get these Kobe's. You know you
Kobe!
deserve it. Today is Good Friday here for any Aussie watching. Today is Good Friday appeal for the Royal Children's Hospital in Melbourne.
Kobe!
Come get a free Kobe. Everybody get a free Kobe. You over there in TikTok, come get some free Kobe's. We give out free
Kobe!
Kobe. Some of y'all be hitting 3-pointers from the ocean. And listen, that's
Kobe!
Gotta get a free Kobe. Everybody come in, get a free Kobe. They're sitting at the door. Before you leave, pick up a couple of them, take them home.
Kobe!
Make sure you tell them, oh yeah, I got me some free Kobe's.
Kobe!
CB Whitebees. Hey, we gotta hook up. We gotta hook up. You and me. We gotta hook up. Come get free
Kobe!
All right, kids. I'm gonna leave here. But what is it that we say every day? Make no mistake about it. And I want you to think about this on the rest of the day. Make no mistake about it. You are the reason the world moves. They talk about shipping lanes and financing this, that, and the third. That is all human. All of it. They want to replace you with AI. That's how bad it is. Because you cost too much. No. You're demanding fair. This system in the United States is supposed to be merit-based. Some of you have more merits than the people we've been giving breaks to. Keep that in your heart. Let that burn inside of you. Let it ease any pain that you might have. Let it nourish the person that you are on the inside and above every goddamn thing else. Do not take less than what you truly deserve. Whether you're here or around the world, you deserve more than what you've been given. And the only way you're ever going to get what you deserve is by keeping that in your heart and using that to fight. To fight, kid. Don't ever think this thing is over. I want a better future for my family. I want a better future for my daughter, the purest soul I have ever known. It ain't about me. As we always say, it's about we. We. Before I go, I will leave you with the universal greeting of the coffee beans. Bow your heads.
How you doing? I woke up. Everybody else, because I woke up. That's how I look at it. You all had a chance until I woke up. Today's mine. That's just what it is.
That is just what it is. Good to see you too, Lisa. What is it that we say every day, kids? May your day be as sweet as the coffee in your cup. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, my name is Thomas Bishop. I am known as the villain. My title and designation is the Brutalist, the leader of the Villains Guild, a proud, upstanding member of the Outcast Nation. Tomorrow is Flag on the Play Friday. I'm going to do everything I possibly can to find a whistle today. I'm going to do it. I'm going to find a whistle. So he's going to blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. That's going to be me. And this has been probably one of the most heartfelt shows that I have ever done on this radio station. This one was from my heart. This one was from my heart. Not because of my ego, not because of narcissism, because I truly, truly love you. Truthful Thursday episode of The Sound of Coffee on Ghost Law Productions Radio, GCPR, where every voice matters. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight on these GCPR airways. It is Superplex Party with myself and the Angry IT Nerd. We will be talking all things wrestling. Is Oba versus Brock going to live up to the hype, or is it just going to be big, meaty men slapping meat? We will talk about it tonight. Superplex Party, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on these Ghost Call Productions radio airwaves and streaming on the GCPR YouTube channel. I love you all. I do not say that idly, nor do I say it as a lie. I genuinely do. Because you got your ass up this morning. You fought the good fight. You continue to do so. I could not be prouder of all of you. As always, I say, with love in my heart, I say this. With peace on my mind, I give this. Oh, shit, girl. Woo, and he shaved his head. Lord. Man, finer than June wine, baby. And just a tad bit of hair grease. I will see you all in the morning. Flag on the Play Friday. Y'all know how we get down. We love us some Flag on the Play Friday. I'm going to find a goddamn whistle today. Today, kids. I'm going to find a whistle today. And I will have a whistle for tomorrow. Hey, you're an all-star. I'm glad I can make you laugh. Chaos. No man has had a better big brother. There. That's how I'll end it. I love you all. Peace. Hey, I love you. Don't you ever forget that. See you in the morning, kids.